The Simpsons, obviously one of the most popular family cartoons in history, and in the early 90s we had to have a few releases for various consoles. Bart Simpson in Escape from Camp Deadly was probably my first experience of a Simpsons game, and from what I remember it wasn't that good. But was I mistaken? Was I crap at the game? Let's have a little look. Bart and Lisa go to Camp Deadly for the summer, but it's not what they expect. Mr. Burns' nephew, Iron Fist Burns, is there to make their stay a nightmare. You must complete various tasks, and your first one is to capture the flag. It's a side-scrolling platform game with a few platforms. You have a wave of bullies and counsellors coming towards you where you either jump over them or attack them. Your default weapon is spitballs, but you can find boomerangs which Lisa will give you providing you can reach her. These are the most effective weapons, and it's best to catch it when it comes back so you don't lose one. In the mess tent, your ammo is just the food you collect. Extra lives can be found, and these will be the Krusty the Clown heads. At the top of the screen is your score, number of weapons remaining, your hit points, and your lives. Hit points can be found when an enemy is defeated. The enemy will flash if they are holding one. You can run across branches and climb up the trunk of a tree, and I advise staying as high as possible for as long as you can because the amount of enemies below will soon overwhelm you. Once you have got past all these enemies, it's time to go into the treehouse and fight the boss. This took me fucking ages to work out. I thought maybe you had to lure him down the hole, or hit something above him to squash him. But you just jump over him and hit him on the back of the head. From here on, it just gets worse. You'll go through the woods where you'll get attacked by bears and mutant hornets. Then into a mess tent where there's more enemies than food. And Mount Deadly where you'll get battered by eagles. My memories of this game are pretty accurate, although back then I couldn't get past the first stage, and to be honest I wasn't missing much. It's quite fair to say this game is shit. It's not fun at all. The biggest issues are the enemies. They respawn instantly, so you're always trying to avoid them. I stood still at one point and just watched them teleport onto the screen one after another. Other than jumping across some water, there isn't much to the levels either. The mess tent is literally a mess. You just walk along collecting food and throwing at anyone who comes on the screen. But again, there are more enemies than ammo, so you'll be dead in no time. It wouldn't be as painful if they just came in from the right, but they randomly appear from the left too. But not only that, they move at a fast pace so you don't have time to react. Then, just to rub salt in your bell end, the bastards throw forks at you. And once you finally finish the game, you get a shitty end screen, with a family that looks like it's been drawn by a spider on whiskey. The graphics are boring and the overuse of the same enemy sprite is ridiculous. The sound is okay and the music is repetitive. If you like hearing the Simpsons intro music on repeat, then maybe you'll like it. And why Bart and Lisa's eyes are green, I don't know. They look like they are stoned. There are a couple of voice samples which are okay, but didn't really need to be in there. The only good thing about this game is the controls. I had no issues whatsoever getting where it needed to be. This game had potential, but it was just packed with shit, which isn't really appealing for the younger audience. And let's be fair, it's people under 15 that are going to play this the most. This game is more for the completionists and no one else. It's a hard game and isn't one to keep you gripped.